Thank you for joining me. My name is Robert Newman. I am an online marketing expert that specializes in real estate online marketing. Tonight, what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you how to first create a Pinterest profile and then get 1,000 followers on Pinterest in 30 days or less. Are you ready? Here we go. Okay, so here we are. What we've done is we've gone to Pinterest and we have literally just logged in and created a profile. Now I've done some things incorrectly on the profile so that we have an excuse to go through and change them and make them more productive. So first and foremost, you want your business type, your contact name. You want a good profile picture. This is not a good profile picture that you're looking at because it's too dark. It does contain a logo, but it's no good. You probably can't read it watching this video. So what we're going to do is we're going to change the picture. The description is terrible. This is what a lot of people put in here for buying and selling homes and blank, blank, blank contact. Okay, here's your now edited profile with another picture, a properly customized username, a very descriptive but brief about section, the correct street address, which is very important, and if you've done this right, if you're doing it for a real estate brokerage, you will have confirmed your website. All right, so now we're done. Here's the first part of the magic. All right, so the way that Pinterest works, and there's a number of different ways that you can do searches. So this bar up here is the search bar. You want to find your competitors, other real estate brokerages that are marketing real estate in the same area that you are, and they're also using Pinterest. Really not that hard to do, especially if you specialize in a city or an area, which 95% of all real estate agents or brokers do. In this particular case, again, it's Denver, so I just put in hashtag Denver homes for sale. Please go ahead and read up, just do a Google search, Pinterest hashtags. They do not work the same way as Twitter, and I'm not going to explain it right here. I am going to show you the very reasonable page of results that we got. And what we want to do is get to your competitors' followers. All right, so what we would do is we would go to here. Okay, so this is definitely somebody doing Denver homes. You can just look here real quick at some of these tags. Denver tops the list. All I'm doing is I'm just scanning and saying, hey, is there Denver? Yes, there's Denver, which means that these 5 followers are all people or companies, as the case might be, focused on Denver real estate. So bang, just like that, we got 5 followers. We're looking for 50 though. That's not enough. So that's just 5. So what we do is we scoot back out. We hit the back key, which you didn't really see me do. We go to distinctive properties. In this particular case, I happen to know that that was the better selection. This is a direct competitor for the brokerage that is our demo. And now we have 17 pins and 15 followers. So again, we hit followers. Okay, so these are now people that are interested in real estate, and a couple of companies too, all in the Denver area. So again, we follow them. We're now up to 20. And again, we back out. Okay, now we do Stephanie. Probably not what we want. Let's keep going down. So Rich Blessings, this is probably an agent, but we don't know that for sure, and it doesn't look specific enough. So we're going to back out of that. Yeah. So actually, Rich is definitely focusing on Denver. He's got 216 followers, and again, this is probably going to be, he's probably going to be the big win because he's a real estate agent. He's been focusing on this area. He's got a really good followers. So now let's just go ahead and some of them are the same are the same. If you see that unfollow, that's because you've already followed that person. So actually, we now know that at least one of those companies is definitely focused on real estate in this particular area. Whoops. Good thing about Pinterest is that we don't have to go back and do this again. We've already got all these followed. So now by the time that I end this exercise, I'm going to actually have done 250 followers of my competitors. Okay, and remember, you want to do between 50 and 100 a day. So I'm going to pause this so you don't have to be bored and watch it all. Okay, so about 15 minutes later, we're done. It turns out that it takes a little bit of time. What happens is when you're running through this list, if you miss a button, like click it inaccurately or get kind of halfway between these two buttons, it sends you to somebody's profile, and when you come back, you have to go through the entire list until you find the last person that you followed. A little bit irritating, but nonetheless, 15 minutes for 216 people is not bad at all. Just two more steps in getting 1,000 Pinterest followers in under 30 days. So Pinterest allows you to create something called a board. Okay, these that you're looking at, these little collage of pictures, they're called a board. Each board has a title: Denver Highlands Homes, Denver, Colorado Low High. Pinterest, very similar to most other search engines, has its own internal search engine. In other words, it decides how people are going to find your boards and your pins. These pictures are called pins. You should get used to that language. In the world of Pinterest, a picture is a pin. So one of the ways that Pinterest allows for you to identify or segment yourself in its search algorithm is by adding places. Okay, so when I click this, you can see here that there's a place. All right? We did the Highlands. You could do Highlands, Colorado. In this particular case, the map actually shows the correct place. So when I click the pin, actually, you get a little map. It's a neighborhood in Denver, Colorado, which is correct. And now you'll also see below this that there's a number of bold words. Okay, I targeted these words. The way that I did it is I put a hashtag in front of a word. Now, unfortunately, Pinterest requires that you put no spaces. So the word that you're targeting is really the word before the space. In other words, it doesn't recognize this as Denver Historic Real Estate, even though that's what I was trying to spell. It recognizes it as Denver Historic Real. Not too many people would be searching for that keyword. Unfortunately, there was a break in the text, and I couldn't fix this, and that's why the keyword got messed up. In addition, Pinterest also examines the actual unhashtagged description of the picture. If some of the keywords here match the keywords below, you have a much higher chance of coming up higher in the Pinterest search algorithm if somebody, let's say, was searching for Denver Highlands Homes. This probably has an incredibly good chance of coming up somewhere very high on the first page for anybody doing a search for Denver Highlands House, Denver Highlands Home. Very similar to most popular social media sites, this site has a very large number of monthly users, 150 million more probably. And they're spending many, many hours on here. So, and some people are doing searches for real estate. So this becomes very relevant about how creating and using Pinterest. And it's really not all that hard to get a very large audience, as I will prove. All right, thanks for tuning in. We'll talk or see you or hear you soon. Thanks.